Todd, now I'm going to hand you the keyboard.
Right,
Take it
thanks,
away.
Mike. Well, happy May Day, everybody. Today we're going to be going over the Greater Phoenix Metro real estate market statistics for the week ending today, May 1st. And let's get right into it. 69 days closed on market right now, a 1.95, just under 2 months supply. Absorption rate is being eaten up at 51.18. I did have a question, but I'm going to answer it about absorption rate in the next section when we get to the spreadsheet. 801,000 is our average list price, 543,000 our average sale price. List price retention is at 97.67. Active inventory is still continuing to slide. However, this week slid at 5% rate versus our standard 2% contraction that we've experienced over the last 16 weeks. So that's not a good sign. Pending at 4721, closed units at 6634 for the month. That's not vetted yet. Looking at new listings, we took 1,646 new listings this past week. That's down 20%. That will have an impact on inventory. Take a look at inventory ranges. 52, the under $500,000 price point, is continuing to slide just a little bit at 52.27. That was as high as 56%, if you remember. But of course, prior to the last 3 years, that was at 73%. So again, we can just see things transition into the next marketplace, which is the $500 million price range, which is sitting at 33% and running at about 80 days on market. $1 million and up properties, that this is kind of taking a backseat, starting to slow down a little bit, 14.6%. Taking a look at our spreadsheet across the board, and if this is the first time that you've been with us, in the very center column, 2021 SW, that's the same week 2 years ago. To the left of that, we have 2022 SW, that was the same week last year, same reporting period week. And then to the left of that, we have week over week. So 1646 is what we took this past week, 2009 the week before. What do we use to say, is this good or is this not good? Well, I got two things. Way over on the left-hand side, you got rules of thumb, ROT, says we should be averaging 2,400. That's actually the sweet spot. But what have we been averaging? Slide your eyes to the right. Last year, we were at 2,554. Strong. We were bringing in this past week, 2,394 for 2021. So when we're at 16, if we're really under these numbers as a comparative average, we're really saying that there's a reason why the sellers are not putting their houses on the market. Call it inflation, call it recession, call it cost of living, call it CPI, whatever you might want to call it. They're just not putting the properties on the market at the rate that we need. Hence, our inventory, our active inventory at 12,963, down from 13,683. Even though people say, oh yeah, but it's a lot better than look to the right of that, 7,450. We still have, just under twice the inventory. Yeah, but we had 3 times the inventory 4 months ago. So 12,963 is a continual slide. 559 of those are coming soon. 10,200 down 500, single family detached, non-distressed. 2,595 new home construction properties out there. 12, and of course there's many more than that. These are the properties that just happen to be listed in ARMLess. 12,912 is the non-distressed inventory. Taking a look at pending, well, again, we slid a little. We had a fewer people, not many fewer, but we need to be up higher than this still. Slide drives to the right. You see, last year we were about the same. So there's about the same number of people right now in the marketplace as there was last year this time. And what I mean in the marketplace, because this is pending, right? Well, for all practical purposes, this means that these are people under contract. But we use this as an average because that's a meeting of the minds, right? Sellers and buyers agree at whatever price or whatever terms. So 4798 is where we were last year, 5,700 the year before, which is my sweet spot. 5,500 where we should be. Closed for the month of April, actually, March. Where are we now, Mike? We're in May. So that's wrong.
This should be 2022.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, 22.
25. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
So anyway,
it was a rough weekend, man.
We're at talking about the April numbers. This is May 1st. So 6,603 month to date for April versus 9,200 the year before. This isn't definite numbers yet, but they're going to be pretty close to this. I'm going to do this next week for you. Taking a look, and as far as distressed inventory is concerned, it's still less than 0.5% of 1%. So that's a good sign. It's not anything but a blip on the radar. 1.95 months supply, that's contracting a little bit, a little too low. 2.5 to 3 is where we want to be. Average list price is not really all that important, but it does give us a little bit of a something to compare to. We were at 821 last year. We're only at 801 right now, same week over week comparison. 543 is our average sale price. We were at 599 last year. So when, we talk about moving that needle up and moving it up, we were at 572 last week. This just shows you that this is a very capricious market, and that's why you got to be careful when you're talking about average sale prices as it relates to the consumer's appreciation on their property. Or even what they can get for the home this week, because this is just a point in time number. So 97 days on market for active, 69 for sold, and a 97.67 list price to sale price for retention. So those are some really good numbers in some instances, even though many of them are in the red. So let's continue to watch this, and we'll continue to give you the numbers. Next week, we'll do the month end.
I appreciate it, Todd. All right.